Hello. You guys hear me? Very good. Very good. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to wait a few minutes. I think we're probably going to get. Here we go. Palm Springs, California. Where you guys from? Golf BN, where are you from? Nashville? Massachusetts? Wisconsin? Kentucky? Palm Springs, California. Wow, I wish I was in Palm Springs, California today. St. Louis, Missouri. What was the weather like in St. Louis today, Tommy? HM. Thailand. All right. John, were you one of the ones that was wondering were you going to be able to watch because you were in Thailand? Highwood, Illinois. Very good. Very good. Well, you got up early to watch. I like it. Thank you. Getting fitted for golf clubs mandatory. Well, here's my hot take on that. I think it's very helpful, and I will say I didn't get fit for like every time I get a new set of clubs, I don't get fit. But the reason I don't have to get fit is because I know what my specs are. So that's the issue, Gabe. If you don't know like what your specs are, then you can run into a problem when you get fit. But no, it's not mandatory. I mean, you guys see me. I play Paul with rental sets and all kinds of stuff. But if you don't know your specs, you can have an issue where you don't have your clubs that are fit right for you. Cup of tea, very good. And I got my coffee with my shameless plug, right, guys? Mr. Short Hitter mug. So the reason why I asked what the weather was like in Missouri is because today I played. Actually, guys, probably about an hour ago, I just finished filming 9 holes at one of our course about 30 minutes from me, and it was 38 degrees today, sunny, no wind, so it felt okay, but it was pretty cold. I've been trying to get a lot of footage in case we get a harsh winter, and I've actually played the last 4 days. I filmed videos, so I've got I think 2 9 hole videos, 2 18 hole videos, and a couple reviews that I filmed. 40s is the coldest I'll play. Well, I don't blame you for that, Daniel. I'm doing it because I'm trying to make sure I have enough for the winter for for you guys entertainment too. So 30 degrees. Wow. So guys, I got notes from last time. I'll take some notes this time. So if you guys have ideas for videos, I'll definitely take some notes on that. I do want to say a, a couple ideas that from last time, from the last live stream we had. Um, Someone mentioned Hack Motion Golf, and I reached out to Hack Motion Golf, and they did send me, their product. So I will be doing a review for a Wednesday review of Hack Motion Golf. Someone else mentioned Sub 70, and I reached out to Sub 70, and they were open to me coming. So I will also be going to Sub 70 and doing a review of their facilities and their fitting process, so on and so forth. So, you guys that have ideas like that, I never know when I reach out to a company whether they're going to be open to me uh, reviewing their product or not. Um, so anytime you guys give me ideas, I'll reach out to the company, I email them, I message them on Instagram or wherever they're at, and sometimes they say yes, we'll send you this product, and sometimes they say no. I know a lot of you guys wanted me to review Mizuno, and Mizuno was one of the companies that, no doubt about it, Alan. Mizuno was one of the companies that they just would not send me. They wouldn't even send me a sleeve of balls. So, uh, I have to be careful. I do mostly all the reviews that I've done in the past, the golf ball reviews and all of that. I've always purchased the golf balls and stuff myself, but I have to be careful. I can't. I mean, I've done 55 golf ball reviews, so I can't just, keep buying dozens of golf balls. That gets kind of pricey. Oh, I don't play in Thailand. If that's questions for me, I've never been to Thailand. Yeah, Alan, I've done Ravislow on the channel. I've done Kipper Lakes on the channel. Those are two courses I really like. I think Ravislow is one of my favorites. I'd like to review. I'd like to do a video at Thunderhawk because Thunderhawk is also one of my favorite courses. Matter of fact, speaking of Thunderhawk, you guys see this. You can't see it. I always have this in the video. This is like one of my favorite trophies, and I got this from a tournament in 2018 at Thunderhawk. I love that. That's my favorite trophy. Any private courses? Yes, I played. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I played Midlothian. Joliet Country Club used to be private. I played that when it was private. A few private courses. I can't really think of them off the top of my head though. Oh, for John. Okay. I'll write that one down, Tommy. Testing out tips that I've heard. At Thunderhawk, the 18th, yes, it is great. It is a great finish. I played a tournament there a couple years ago, and that finish hurt me kind of bad. I bogeyed the last hole, and the guy I was playing with made birdie and beat me by a shot. So, but the 18th hole is tough. Um, 17th, the little par three can be tricky, and that 16th hole, that's one of the tougher par fives you're going to play. Greetings, Canada. Thank you. Which green, Alan? You're talking about the 18th or 16th? What to look for in a teacher and how to prepare for a lesson. That's a good one. Yes, that green is small. And, 16, that 16th hole, that is the shape of that green makes that a real tough approach shot. Unless you're hitting it really far where you can hit a short iron into that green. I've had to hit, most of the time, I'm hitting like 7 irons into that green. Yes, golf being yes, for sure. I think made it maybe the last video that I released. I was at one point I was 150 yards out, and I think I was like 154 yards out, and I hit a 4 hybrid into like the second hole. So yes, that's I've seen you have to club up two or three clubs, and it's a combination of the temperatures and also the extra layers that you have on. Today, today every hole I was clubbing up at least one and quite often 2 clubs. So 38 degrees. When it gets down to 38 degrees and you've got 4 layers on, generally 2 clubs is pretty safe bet. Jock, how you doing? Takeaway and backsway. I get that sometimes. Last time I got about 40 ideas from this, so I appreciate all of this, guys. I don't even have to think. You guys are doing all the thinking for me on these ideas. You tend to try to play each course at similar yardage. Do you ever switch it up at your home course? My home course is short. I've been playing it since I was 13 years old, 12, 13 years old. Um, so it's a short course. So I generally play the back tees there. And yes, I do switch it up. For instance, today the course I played it 2 days in a row. And the last time I played all the way back from the back tees. Today I played 9. The back tees are like 35, 45 from the back. And today I played it from 3,400 yards. So I made it exactly 3,400 yards. But Tommy, to go back on your question, I think next season I'm going to try to play. I will do some videos like 7,000 yard videos and things like that I've done in the past. But I'm going to try to play courses from anywhere from 66 to 6,800 yards. Like if I go on a different course or when I go to different courses, that's going to be my yardage somewhere between 66 and 6,800 yards. Because that way, generally all the tournaments I play, none of them are going to be longer than that unless I play in like an Illinois Open qualifier or something like that. Ken, yes, my clubs were fitted. This set I have now, they were fitted. And off the top of my head, I cannot remember the lie angle. I think it might have been like a half. The irons maybe a half a degree up. I cannot remember. But yes, it's definitely important, no doubt about it. And it's important, but if your lie angles are way off, then that's when it becomes extremely important. If you're a half a degree off, it may not affect you as much. And again, it depends. Everything is kind of like you take it with a grain of salt. It depends on how what level of play you are also. If you're a half a degree off and you're shooting in the 90s, it may not affect you as much as if you're a scratch golfer, because your impact is going to be a little different. Golf management is, to me, the key on lowering handicap and being a decent golfer. Where to put the ball off the red, setting up second shots, etc., are key. I agree wholeheartedly, Alan, with that. There's nothing I could deny about that. I've played a lot of golf with people who are a lot longer than me, and their golf management skills are lacking, and sometimes I'm able to win based on that. Thank you, Jock. Ken, I might need a little more information on that question. The 15th hole at the Navy course. I do not know that course, Alan. Someone else mentioned, or maybe that was you that mentioned it. I do not know that golf course. The Navy course, where is that at? I like that idea, Tommy. Same course. I might have to look up that Navy course. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Yeah, you guys, I mean, I titled that video Shameless Plug because I was a little hesitant to, I mean, I was a little hesitant to make that video, but I wanted the title so you guys, if you watched it, you knew what you were watching. And, a little hesitant about things like that, but you guys are great, man. It's very touching to know that you guys are finding value in the content that I'm bringing. And, I was surprised, like within the first hour, like people bought hoodies and hats and man, it's amazing. And that's the stuff that helps me keep, keep this channel going and keep bringing as much content as I'm bringing to you guys, like obviously I couldn't do it if I didn't love it, and I couldn't do it if you guys weren't, supporting me. So thank you. No driver except par five. Round where you use a driver on every 4 and 5, then play a second round where no driver except par five. Okay. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Florida weather, so plenty of golf down here. Very good, Eric. So just to expound on that point, uh, the other thing the whole other thing with it, guys, is like I said, just that you guys are finding value in the content is kind of amazing thing to me. Like I'm still at this point where like recognizing all the things that I've learned in my 38 years of golfing that sometimes I'm like, it's just amazing because I just get out there and just play golf. I film the video and I just talk to you guys. And when I'm talking, there's a lot of people that are like, man, we love the content. We love when you're talking more in the videos. And I'm just saying things that naturally come to my head. Like I've said it in other videos, like there's no scripting. I don't go out on the golf course and script like I'm going to say this or I'm going to say that. Outside of some of them, like when I did the 7 benefits of being a short hitter, but most of them, I'm just going out. I hit the ball somewhere and I talk about what shot I'm playing and why. And it seems to be helping you guys. So that's kind of, it's amazing to me. Practicing with purpose. Very good. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. And I appreciate you watching. Ken, you said you can't break 90. So why can't you break 90 yet, Ken? I know you have been around a long time, Bodacious. I remember I've seen that name for a long time, man. I appreciate it. Head to head, your prior set versus newer fitted set. 9 clubs versus 9 clubs. See if there's a difference, if there is at all. Thank you. From Norway. And you guys are great. You guys are great. All the way from Norway. That's the amazing thing about this, about YouTube, guys. Like, I mean, people from all over. Norway, Jamaica, and Thailand. Like, and I'm loving this. Worst ball so we could get a good laugh. Alan Martins. Okay. I gotta talk to Tom. He may not be on in this one, but worst ball. I wrote that down. That's definitely one that I need to do, Alan, for 100%. Thank you, Huckleberry. I've heard that. I've heard that, and that's the way I feel. Like I feel like I'm just talking to you guys, to be honest. Eric, that's a good idea. I just don't know how I would do it. Thank you, HM. And I've seen you for a while too, HM. I'm not sure how long you've been subscribed, but I've seen it for a while. Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. The dot game. That's one. The last time Tom and I played, we were going to mic. He was going to mic up. So I do have a couple mics. So we're gonna do that next time. Grunt 21. One links. Any particular one links though? Norms. Okay. No, Tom's willing. Tom asked me. He texted me. He's like, "I'm gonna buy another mic," and I told him I already have another mic. Tom, we're good to go. I keep having issues with mics. I'm trying to upgrade the mic, and the third mic that I've bought that I'm have to return because it's not So I'm just gonna have to like bite the bullet and get a better mic. There's 3 different mics I bought that didn't work. Bodacious. Hi, Dr. David Garver. Hello, hello. Ken, consistency. Stay in the fairway 90% of the time, 100 yards in, not getting close enough to the pin. Bogey or double at least 6 times during play. So you're in the fairway, 100 yards in, not getting close enough to the pin. So your second, so your second shot, you're having trouble with your second shot too then? So 100 yards and in, that's a big range. Like, if you're 20 yards out, are you, hitting chip shots, 20 feet from the hole? I think that's probably a big thing, Ken, is to figure out, like, you say 100 yards and in, but is it the whole 100 yards and in? Like 20 yards, you're bad, 30 yards, you're bad, chipping just off the green, you're bad. Figuring out what the specific part of that where your trouble area. Cobra Edges. So Grunt 21, that's another example. Like those are 2 companies that, I can't just, obviously go out, sometimes I could get lucky where I know someone or may know someone that plays that equipment. But outside of that, I just can't go out and buy a set of those clubs. But I can reach out to the company, and if for some reason they want to send me some, either, I've reached out to companies before, like even if you had like a demo set that I could try, so I could try it, I will. My motorbike taxi has arrived. Going for breakfast. Great to be involved. Thank you, John. There's another really big YouTuber in Thailand. If you're, I'm wondering if you're watching him too. Yep. You got it, that game. You know him. I don't need to give him any more publicity. He's huge. Uh, yeah, Ken. The issue, like at 50 yards, there's not a lot of people that are hitting it close from 50 yards. The way I look at it, you think about it. What a player, not a short. What a player. He's very entertaining. Thank you, HM. Thank you, HM, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, man. It it really helps me keep going. It really does. I'm trying to keep it going, man. Well, I am keeping it going. That game, I think it is a good time for me to get into the putters now. Now that my putting is a little better and people aren't criticizing it anymore. I had a period of time where every video someone was saying something about my putting. You guys have been watching for a long time. Have you guys noticed The change in my putting since I went left hand low. And the Waukegan. Okay. Okay. Waukegan is, I know I played some course near Waukegan, but I can't remember the name of it. I heard good things about those putters. Thank you, David. Yeah, the right hand is no longer herky jerky. Since I went to left hand low, the right hand doesn't get involved at all. It's just along for the ride, and I'm seriously putting as good as I've putted. I can't remember. I can't remember because I've had issues with the right hand getting involved a little bit, no matter what I did, what putter I had. It was a flinch, and it's been decades. I bet it's been 20 years, and I never even considered going left hand low until I that video you guys saw when I said a major putting change. That was the first time I ever hit a putt left hand low in that video. And a lot of people said it would take a while to get used to the distance control. I putted better immediately. You know, I mean, it's not, I won't say it's extremely comfortable, but I put it better immediately. I make more putts, and it didn't seem to really affect my lag putting. Bettinardi, I used to know someone that worked there, but he doesn't work there anymore. And I played in a tournament with, but that was probably 4 years ago with Sam Bettinardi, the son. So maybe I will reach out to them. Well, I played. We weren't on a team. We were in the tournament, paired together. I agree with that, Eric. Yes, Huckleberry, no doubt about it. I'm putting better than I've putted in so long. Yeah, Eric, that brings up a good point. You know, I had someone, and you guys, some of you may have seen that video. I had someone criticizing because I played with EJ and what the purpose of that video was. And just like the point you're making, like go out, you can play with people, different handicaps. You know, what type of person would I be to just say, oh, I'm just going to play with low handicappers? Like, you know, I play one of my best friends, you know, shoots in the 90s, and he's been shooting in the 90s for ever since I've known him, and I've known him for 30 years. And we still go out and we have a good time. Like you don't have to be a low handicapper to play with, you know, other low handicappers. I don't know. I don't know about that, Alex. Oh, that would be fun though. I'm not even sure how that would work now. If I'm putting left-handed, but I'm putting left-handed low, I'll probably jerk the right hand some kind of way. I almost wrote that down. I'm not writing that down, Alan. Dot game aim point. Yeah, aim point is interesting. I think I may have tried it at one point just for, you know, just to try it. But I played with a guy. The last time I qualified for the Illinois Open, it was 2018, and the young man that I was playing with was doing aim point, and it seemed to work for him. He was making some putts. Good question, Huckleberry. I think I just tried it. Like I know that that some tour pros use it. I'd see it on TV every once in a while, and I said, well, let me just walk to the green over here and give it a try. And I turned the camera on and hit some putts, and that was it. So the thing that made me try it was just remembering that people putt that way, watching it on TV. If you look in the David, if you look in the description of any of the videos, I think one of the top lines it'll show like the short hitter shop or Mr. Short Hitter Shop, and you can click on it there, and there's probably 100 and all kinds of items, hoodies and hats and bags and lots of stuff there. Thank you, Huckleberry. I appreciate it. You have a good night. You did make me want some popcorn now, though, Alan. So you guys, that if you guys weren't in here when I said this, there was two things that from the last live, a couple things that the Hack Motion Golf, I got that product in, so I will be doing that for a Wednesday review. And also Sub 70 Golf, I reached out to them and they're open to me coming and reviewing their facilities. They got a nice indoor facility. They do club fitting, all of that. So they may fit me just, so you can see their process. Because 7-iron for fun and measure, you will know your actual distance. Perfectly flat par 4 of 400 yards on my course. I've got a perfectly flat, when you guys see the videos, the only par 4 that's perfectly flat, I think, is like the 8th hole, but you are teeing up from maybe 15 feet. And that's the only par 4 I think that's not like either uphill or downhill. And that's a good one that I can gauge my distance on. Alan, at what age did you become scratch? That's a good question, Alan. I think the best golf that I played probably was in my late 20s. I played better than I played in college. I played better than I played in college when I was in my late 20s, so probably 27, 28, somewhere like that is when I played my best golf. I was probably like a plus 1.6 is the lowest that it was. So I probably didn't even become scratch until after college. Um, and now I said in the video that I was seeing if you guys, and I was possibly going to do a poll if you guys want to see me try to get back to scratch. And someone in the comments said something about asking what the handicap was. And this was the first year that I hadn't played in any tournaments. I didn't keep track of my handicap. So I've been saying that I was like a 4 handicap. And this person said, well, I don't think you're a 4. He's like, you'd be a big sandbagger. So I started like thinking about the rounds that I was playing and looking at some of the videos. And I'm like, no, I'm definitely not a 4 handicap. When I was playing to a 4, I was playing more tournament golf. And I do think your handicap, like playing unfamiliar golf courses, you tend to shoot a little bit higher. But this year I didn't play. I played less than maybe 10 golf tournaments. So this year the reality is I probably played closer to I don't know, a 1 or a 2 maybe. And next year I will make sure to keep track of it so that I don't just say I'm a 4 handicap, because I'm probably better than that. Rocco Media is peddling. Okay, Rocco Media. That's a good question. What rangefinder did you stick with? I got a bunch of rangefinders, guys. I still have that Tor V5 as like my go-to rangefinder. I don't have any skin in the game, but today and yesterday, you guys seen the video that I did recently on the Sigma rangefinder. Now, accuracy wise, it seemed to be as accurate as a Tor V5 Bushnell. It was only 2-3 yards difference. The Alfire rangefinder that I tested before, that very inexpensive rangefinder, that was a real good rangefinder. Accuracy was super. The Sigma rangefinder, I used that today and yesterday. And again, I'm not discounting accuracy because I'm not sure. It may be 2 yards off, 3 yards off. I really don't know. It's the fastest rangefinder I've ever had. I couldn't believe it. I shot a distance into 18. It was pretty much dark, and I didn't even know where the flag was. And I just kind of like moved it around, and it caught the flag at some point. But this thing, it's faster than my Bushnell V5. It's faster than my Blue Tees. It's the fastest rangefinder I've ever used. Now, I've got that on the bag. I still got the Go-Go Sport. I still got the Bushnell. The Bushnell is probably still the go-to rangefinder that I'm going to use if I'm playing a tournament or playing any important round of golf. But that Sigmund kind of amazed me, really. Because you have no fear and probably put it better too. I don't know, Alan. I don't know, Alan. I think now I probably putt better than I ever have now, to be honest with you. You know, my putting, I used to, I'm surprised Brian's not on, but um, my game is always used to be geared mainly for because of my accuracy with my iron play. I used to be a really, really good iron player. And the iron game has probably fell off more than anything. But I've never been a great putter. Speed sticks in the off season. Joey Rigger, good question. The I was actually thinking about the either the speed sticks, or I was almost thinking about trying to get those rip sticks, I think they're called. But yes, I'm definitely going to do another program like that, either speed sticks or the other one. And even with the speed sticks, Jody, you probably saw that I I had to add fitness to that, which is important and which is something I'm going to have to do anyway. And I don't know if those rip sticks are if they're any different than the speed sticks. You know, it's probably six of one, half a dozen of the other. You guys like those did you guys like those videos, or did you see those videos when I did the super speed training and the fitness in the winter? Did you guys, you see that? Did you enjoy those videos? Wow, 160 for a Callaway rangefinder. I didn't even know Callaway had a rangefinder. Grant GPS app. Yep. Anybody else into the speed training? Or you guys all just super fast? It's just me and Jody that need to pick up speed. David, did you just place an order? I just got one. Just got an email. At age 20, 4-foot putts didn't bother me. Now at 60, yikes. Speed training, we're going to do that for sure. Caving in your driver face? Wow, that's a problem. That's a problem. Mr. Crush It. Yeah, Dominic, that's a good point. I'll be honest. I did feel like when I started the season, I did feel like I was maybe a little bit less accurate, uh, because driving in play generally isn't an issue. But I did feel like, maybe I lost some accuracy. Thank you, David. Speed training, I like it. I don't know if you saw any of those videos, David, but I've got probably about 7 different videos from last winter on speed training, and I was a little hesitant to do some of that fitness stuff on video, but I did it, and I think I titled it my most embarrassing video ever, but I did it. So speed training and fitness, I'll start that series back up. I'll have a video. Let's see, it's almost December. I'll definitely have at least one video in December where I start the speed training. I like that. I like that, Jody. Speed trainers on sale. Okay. I'm sure I don't know if I probably still have links in my videos for those too. Well, you guys want to hear something, well, kind of funny since similar, I've been foolish chasing sport by speed, but contact is lacking. Yep. Jody, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I'll probably did you lose a little bit of distance. One thing I noticed, I feel like the courses were drier back then. I think we uh, courses they water the courses a lot more now than they used to. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I remember back when I was like in high school, one of the courses or the holes on my home course at the time, it was used to be the first hole, and it's like 314 downhill. Back when I was in high school, I remember driving that green, and I didn't carry it that much further. I didn't carry it further at all back then, but it just would bounce and bounce and bounce because the courses were so dry. Yeah, Alan, I've been playing Srixon clubs for 20. It's 2006, I believe, 2007, something like that. Hey, EJ, how's it going? You're late. You ready for your rematch, EJ? No, no, I'm not, Dominic. Um, what I was gonna say, for good equipment, no doubt about it. What I was gonna say earlier, guys, is how much difference in carry or total distance in the simulator versus on the course. When I first was on a simulator, I had issues getting the same carry because I think it was like indoor swing syndrome, they call it. But now it's pretty much the same. You know, indoors, outdoors, my carry numbers are the same now. Yeah, Jody, persimmon, wow. I mean, you saw my video on Halloween, I hope, where I hit those persimmon drivers. Like, there's no way I could carry that club 190 yards. I couldn't carry it. I actually was in a Goodwill a couple of days ago, and I was thinking about picking up. Their had a Ping persimmon driver, and I was thinking about buying it, but I'm like, I got enough persimmon dryers to try. Definitely shorter, right? Right. I've got a sleeve of Pinnacle balls. I think I don't know when they were. They're pretty old though. Pretty old. So guys, we did the video. I think the video with EJ. That was one of the ideas from the last live. I was trying to look at some of the ones that I did. Um, Someone asked about chipping, so that's why I made that chipping video. I'll tell you one thing that surprised me is the 20 top golf etiquette tips. That video did really well, and that's a video that someone was telling me that I should make for 6 months. It wasn't a subscriber. I'm like, people, I don't know if they're going to want to watch that video. Well, I was shocked at how many people. I mean, that video is at like 2,800 views right now, and that's just not the type of video I thought people were going to watch. So I am going to probably do more. I do. Thank you, David. I'm going to do a video soon on slow play. Also, I want to do one like specifically geared towards slow play and how to prevent slow play. And EJ's on right now. I hope EJ is going to help me with that video. You got it, EJ. Thank you very much, Jody. You guys see that? Jody used my advice and it worked. I love it. I love when that happens, Jody, when the advice works. Very good, David. Thank you. So just to expand on that bunker video, I do want to make another one because determining whether the bunker is hard or rock hard, and that's also different than the way you would play it if it's wet and firm. So there's some differences there. So I may do a video on comparing that too when the sand is wet and it's firm. Because you have to play that. I think I think you play that shot a little different. And the thing with me, like I've never thought that way, Jody. Like it's just, uh, I go play, I play a tournament and I'll be on a par three and I'm playing guys that are hitting 9 irons and 8 irons and I'm hitting a five hybrid or a four hybrid. Like it's just the way that you have to play golf and you just can't worry about it. Like you've seen the two-person scramble video with that I played with Brian. And if you remember the par three where I got closest to the pin, I hit driver on the par three where I got closest, and two other guys in the group ahead of me both hit 5 irons. But you just you can't play their game. You have to play your game. That's all you can do. Will do, David. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 7 iron 192. That's yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, I think I had a viewer or some viewer comment. They were talking about other YouTube channels. They said, well, these guys say they hit 7 irons 180 or 190 and they don't believe them. Like people hit 7 irons that far. Some people do it. 7, 8, 180, 190, 200 yards. When again, I mean, not to, when I go play in the Illinois Mid Am or Illinois Open or these qualifiers, like people routine, like this is like a regular occurrence that they're hitting 7 irons from 180 and 190 and 200 yards. I'll never forget when I played in the Illinois Open. It was a 600-yard par five at the Glen Club, and the guy hit it in two shots. He hit driver, I think he hit driver 6 iron, hit it in two shots to a 600-yard par five. Like people hit it that far, you know. man. Oh man, you're gonna make me choke on my coffee, Jock. Can you guys believe what Jock just said there? Oh, different golf balls. Thank you. Yeah, right, right. I agree with that, Doc Game. I agree with that. Yes, no doubt about it, Jody. Yep. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't get it because if you can't, what's the use in taking less club if you can't hit it there? You're just going to hit it in the bunker, or you're going to hit it in the water short of the green, or there's no benefit. There's no benefit to that, or you're going to hurt your back trying to hit it too hard. Yeah, I mean, the reality is if we want to hit the ball, hit an iron further, yes, we could hood it. We can play it back in our stands. We can change that 7 iron to a 5 iron and make some kind of ridiculous swing by playing it the club off our right foot and trying to hit a big looping hook in there. But that's not going to help us play better golf. So thank you. Jock, you still got me wondering, looking at the crack of my door now. Shaping the shot. Okay. I can do that, David. I can definitely do that. I mean, I am a big believer in, and it depends on your level of golf. As you get better, shaping a shot becomes more important to where if you have to hit it around an obstacle. But if you shoot in the upper 80s, 90s, you know, generally you want to kind of have a go-to shot, whether that's a fade or draw or whatever it is. That just makes the game more simple for you. When you get to become a low handicap, I think that's when it's more important for you to be able to shape the ball. Um, I think, for instance, if you shoot 85 or 90, if that's your normal game, then and you have an obstacle in your way, you're probably going to be better off just trying to put that ball in a better position than it is now. Whether that means if you're 180 yards out and you have a tree in your way, pitching that ball to where you've got 100 yards or 80 yards instead of trying to hit a big cut around the tree or a hook around the tree. Now that's general, but if you have that shot, it definitely doesn't hurt. Yep. Yep. Golf on a budget video. Very good. That is a good one. Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you my favorite videos so far. May have been the one EJ was in was the golf etiquette video. I really liked, um, and I think the 7 benefits to being a short hitter may still be my favorite video. But some other videos are fun, like the frost delay video. That was a fun one too. What about that chip? The recent video on the chipping tip. You guys, any of you see that video? Thank you, Jock. Good guess would be a value. Yeah. So guys, I said it in today's video. In Norse, I would have posted. Don't do that because that's what made me do the rock and broomstick video. DTC Ball Company versus the big dogs. So guys, on the chipping tip, I think I'm gonna tell you some of the videos I do. I You're so much about golf that I've done. Sometimes I kind of forget the things that I've done. But the chipping tip was something I was thinking about because I was not chipping the ball as close as I wanted to. And it kind of hit me. Actually, it was during I finished 18 holes at the course I was telling you about. And I was like, well, I got a few more minutes. It's not dark yet. So I went over to that green and I filmed the chipping tip. So actually, during that round, I was thinking about the chipping and I was thinking about some of the issues that I was having. And that's when I remembered what I showed you guys. And I'm telling you, today I was chipping, and it's just for me, and I think you should try it. If you're a good chipper of the golf ball, you may not need to worry about it. But if you struggle with your chipping, I'm telling you, it's incredible. I just chipped the ball so much better today, so much better after during that 18 hole round. Just remembering that tip that I used to do and stopped doing it, and then struggled a little bit because of that. Four club video, I like that idea. I may do a video with Tom and Tom again where we had the lose a club challenge. That was a fun video where if you missed a fairway, you lost a club. If you missed a green, you lost a club, and that was a fun one. Great golf ball. Great golf ball. I'll do some more golf ball videos over the winter. Like this is kind of the time to do stuff like that. The super speed video, some of the golf ball videos. I'll be reviewing about six or seven more golf balls. They are. So I'll be reviewing about six or seven more golf balls, and I'm going to do some videos like that. 5 best balls for slow swing speeds, for just different videos like that. I'm probably going to do my 5 favorite golf balls, but don't ask me what those are yet. You guys already know what at least one of them is. That's a good one, EJ. Tom probably Tom probably still has a long putter. He used to putt with a long putter. Yep. You got it, David. You got it, David. I'm looking forward to 2024 because you know that the little chipping thing that is really positive, and then my putting is a lot better. So that'll get the average down from whatever my handicap is right now, which I don't know what it is. Thank you, David. You guys got any more video ideas that you'd like to see, or videos that you like? My self assessment, Doc. What do you mean by that? Trying to see the notes from the last one. Thank you, Bodacious. I believe you on scoring your 2023 season. Ah, okay. I did not see that. Let's see, scoring. So a video on me reading, my assessment of my game based on that article. I like that. Regulation video, what does that mean, Rocket? I could probably use some martial arts. Regulation video, what does that mean? John, I found it very easy. It's still like a little bit, I mean, it's uncomfortable, but I mean, it's just different. It's just different. It's not really. I won't even say uncomfortable. Might be a overstatement, but um, I mean, I make more putts. I lag them close, just as close. There's no downside. Common golf rules. Yeah, that's something that I've thought about a long time, and I just not have not done them yet. Drill videos, I like that. David, I went to high school with a guy like one of my best friends. He was like a 5-time national taekwondo champion, and then he he was in the MMA for a while, or UFC for a while, and now he actually has his own martial arts. Uh, I'm not sure what you call it, but he owns martial arts gym or whatever you call it. I'm not sure what you call it. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, John, I make more putts. I like them just as close. I, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to right hand low. I'm trying to go over the notes of some of the stuff that we did on the last one. Um, so punching out of trees, that we did that. We did the golf etiquette. All right, EJ, you got any more ideas? Okay. Putting left hand low. Very good. Jody, that's a good question. And it's one of those things I don't really think about too much. Um, if I had to guess, hey, David, um, if I had to guess, my putting tension is pretty low. Um, if I'm guessing maybe a four, just enough to hold on to the club and make sure it doesn't wiggle. But yeah, I'm probably a four if I had to guess. Light grip, let it flow. Yep. I'm telling you that's one of the things with the left hand low is I don't have to think about it much. Yeah, I've seen a couple articles on the dot game, through the ball versus directing. Yep. The funny thing, is we talk about short, like courses getting longer, short hitters. I mean, doing like a Google search, I found like articles all the way from back in the 50s to where the same arguments people are making. Like, there's no room for the short hitter anymore, this and that. I forgot the name of the golfer that was kind of kind of complaining about how he couldn't compete anymore because he was a short hitter. But it's been the same argument since the 50s, probably before that. I think Bobby Jones was a long hitter in his time. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you very much. Probably going to do a live like once every 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope to catch you on the next one. And I appreciate you watching the videos. Putting, my putting is going in lately. Could be that I scientifically changed my entire putting style along with my first time using a center shafted putter. Have you tried left hand low? That's going to be my advice for everybody putting from now on. Have you tried left hand low? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I was having issue with my putting, the problem is I'm doing it on video. So I would get so many people in the comments saying, you're doing this, you're doing X, you're doing Y. And like you said, overload. It's like, just stop making comments about my putting, please. You just can't listen to everybody. I agree with that, David. You know, Brian, who was on the last live, who I played with in the two-person scramble, I've known him since he was 4 years younger than me. His dad brought him out my senior year of high school because his dad was my high school golf coach, and he was in the 8th grade. And Brian was shocked when he found out like my favorite golfer was Corey Pavin. But yeah, guys like that, Corey Pavin, uh, Larry Mize, you know, Fred Funk. Today, probably Brian Harman is considered a shorter hitter. On tour, the shorter hitters now on tour now, are like the longest hitters were 30 years ago. Um, Brian Harman's considered a short hitter, and he's probably 280 plus average, 285 to average. Justin Leonard, Fred Funk, Calvin Pete. Calvin Pete's probably the only person that was straighter than Fred Funk. You know, all right, John, you go make some birdies, man. You go make some birdies. I had a video coming in a couple days. I may do a subscriber Sunday for tomorrow if I want to keep up, stay up all night. Otherwise, I'll have a video out on Monday. Yes, David. Yes, I am. Everybody in the Chicago area is long hitters except me. Very good. I played about an hour before I started this live. I finished 9 holes. I only got to play 9 holes. It was cold here in the Chicagoland area, 38 degrees, I think it was. But got it in. Got it in. Oh boy. Golf outing in the spring. Very good. A lot of nice courses. Thank you. 50 degrees would be nice. Well, I may not see 50 degrees until March. Although I do plan on taking a winter trip somewhere for at least a week or two. So I will go to a warmer weather climate. Yeah. Pebble Beach was chilly. What was it, 58, 60 degrees? Where you at again, Jody? 50 degrees? Ah, in Vegas, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I played in Vegas. I took a trip to Vegas a few years ago, and when I went, I played a golf tournament at, I forgot, I think it's Paiute. I don't know how you pronounce it, Paiute. And it snowed when I was there. That was late January. It snowed like when we were making the turn. And I play in horrible conditions. So the last few winters, I've been actually golfing in the Midwest throughout the winter. But you have to really be willing to brave some cold conditions because we're talking, you know, anywhere in the upper 30s and sunny is about as good as you're going to get in the Midwest in the wintertime. I enjoyed it until it started snowing. Favorite tour pro today? Probably really, I can't really think of anyone today. I think someone might have asked me that question. They asked me that question during the last live, like something like if I could have a partner, like a two-person partner, anyone on tour. And I think I picked Xander Schauffele, but right, exactly. Rory, Rory, what's Rory? No, I'm a stickler, Jerry. I have the slope off. I'll turn it on like if I'm playing, like say if I go play a practice round for a tournament, and there's a bunch of slopes, court holes with slopes. I'll turn the slope on so that I can prepare for, the actual tournament. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you, David. Eric Cole, 2 years ago. Wow, okay. Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get a day. I mean, like today. Today was, like I said, it was 38 degrees. It was some sun and it was no wind. You get a day around here and it could be 50 degrees, but if the wind's blowing, it's unbearable. That's an interesting thought, uh, handsome devil. I find it's weird to say that. That's an interesting thought. I have never tried that, and I've also never called anyone handsome devil. So, hand warmers, ball stays in pocket as long as possible. Yes, yes, no doubt about it. Playing with Phil, yeah, Phil would be a riot. There's no doubt about it. The problem with playing with Phil, I don't know if I would be able to concentrate on my game because Phil talks so much. I don't know if I have. Phil doesn't stop. You know, he picks on everybody. He picks on everybody. So I can just imagine, him teasing me about my, 225-yard drives. He probably really, you know, Yeah, yeah, he would be. He would be, especially after he saw my tee shot. He'd probably give me, he'd probably want to give me a shot of hole. He'd probably say after he saw my tee shot. Right. Back wedges. Yeah, Phil will bet with anyone, I think. Yes, they are. No doubt about it. Yeah, David, I had some issues there too. My pitching wedge is strong in that Strixon GX4 set. So I went, the pitching wedge is 43. So I've got 43, 48. And then I've got the big gap between my 48 and my 54. Same issue. So I got 48, 43, 48, 54, 58. And that first wedge just kept getting stronger. I used to be 52, and it went to 50, and well, after the pitching wedge. Thank you, Jody. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. You guys got, let's see, if you get a chance, look these up. They look as good as expensive ones. McGregor Golf Tour Grinding Base Golf Race. Paul Means right hand. Okay. The 58. So I went from years ago, I used to play at 60. And when I went to 58, I used the 58 more. I use it more. I also use it more on full shots. Whereas a 60, I would almost never hit a 60-degree wedge full. But now that I've got the 58, all right there, Doc Game. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. So the 58, I will hit it full now. If I have to carry a bunker or carry something and land it soft, I will hit the 58. Although the 60, I hate it to ever have to do that. I chip with the 50. I chip with the 54 a lot, more than the 58. Yeah, handsome double that. Handsome double that was. I reached out to that company, I believe. I know I did, but I'll write that down. A lot of people want that one, so I may have to just buy that one. Okay. Yeah, I've always been David. I've always been the guy to I use the least loss possible. around any shots around the green. So yeah, I've never been the big 60 or 58-degree guy with chipping or pitching. That's kind of just I like the ball lower anytime I can. I used to play with a guy he would hit like flop shots everywhere. Anytime he could, he just flopped the ball. Yeah, David. Well, that's what I always say. Whatever works for you. If you practiced it and you get up and down and you can pitch it close to the hole, that's all that matters. Remember the whole saying, it's not how, it's how many, right? Well, I would look at how much you get up and down. If you get up and down enough now, why would you change? I hope not, David. I hope not. Oh boy. All right, guys. Well, before we tune off, does anybody have any other ideas, any other videos you want to look at? Want me to look at doing? Oh, well, there you go, David. Well, congratulations, man. 3 or 4 pup chat. Yeah, someone said that earlier. That's going to be a good one. So your first ever golf trophy. That's a good feeling, isn't it? It's a good feeling. The only problem is it makes you want more and more and more. Thank you. Everyone was too intimidated. Are you kidding me, David? Where are you at? I'm gonna look that course up. I'm playing that tournament next year. Man, a county-wide tournament? That's awesome. That's awesome, man. A county-wide tournament. We have a tough. We have a citywide tournament, and man, it's tough to win. It's tough to win. I've won a lot of tournaments, but I've never won that one. Matter of fact, I've won like other other city championships, but not mine. All right, guys. If you don't have any other ideas, I just want to say I appreciate you guys tuning in to the live. We're gonna do another one in probably 2 to 3 weeks. The next one will be, I'll probably do it like last time. I think I did it on like a Tuesday evening. So I think, maybe Saturday evenings, people don't want to listen to Mr. Short Hitter. Couldn't take off work for 2 days. Thank you, David. Thank you. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and look out. Like I said, it'll probably be on a Tuesday. So about 2.5 weeks from now, we'll do another one. Thank you, Jock. Thank you very much. As always, Bodacious. Thank you. Thank you. I think you were on the last one too. I know you were on the last one. You were on the last one. And guys, hey, just so you know, I appreciate all the comments. It really helps the channel. If you watch a video, if you like the video, even if you just say, hey, good video, I like the video, whatever you say, that actually helps. It helps push the content out more. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, David. Okay, guys. And as always, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.